Hey everyone, I'm Jake Wilzow. I work for Rec Sports as a personal trainer, and today we're going to continue our exercise technique training series. This week we're starting a new video series on the TRX suspension system. Today we're going to be covering the fundamentals of what the TRX is and how to set it up, as well as how to do our TRX push up. First thing we're going to talk about is the different components of the TRX system. We're going to start at the top with the equalizer loop. When positioned and set up correctly, the equalizer loop should be 6 feet from the ground. This equalizer loop prevents both of these straps from coming too far to one side, such as this. As you can see here, when I pull it, it won't come farther than the equalizer loop allows it to. Moving down, as you can see here, we have both of these straps, left side and right side. And at the bottom, of course, we have the handles. As you can see here, both the handles, this is where you would place your hands when doing any hand-based exercises. And at the bottom, we have the feet stirrups, as you can see here, for ground-based exercises. Now that we've gone over the different parts of the TRX system, we're now going to cover how to lengthen and shorten the TRX system. Here we have the cam buckle. This is black buckle right here at the bottom towards the handle. We also have the pull tab. Right here, it's the yellow tab, as you can see here. In order to shorten, you're going to apply downward force with your thumb on the cam buckle and pull up on the yellow strap, pull tab, as you can see here. Now to make things easier, you can place your hand if you want to lengthen the strap. At the top here, pull up on the strap as well as down on the cam buckle to lengthen it, as you can see here. Now that we know how to adjust the TRX system, we're now going to cover the 5 different adjustment links that we use with the TRX system. As you can see here, we've started with the fully lengthened position. This position would be great for doing, as we'll explain later, the TRX push up. Now we're going to move up to the next position, which is the mid-calf position. And in the mid-calf, we're going to have this handle come up to about our calf. And as you can see here, it's almost to mid-calf. But for me, personally, I'm going to pull it up just a bit so it's mid-calf. Let's see if that works. That's about right, depending on how you position it. And for this, it's going to be great when you're laying doing ground-based exercises for something as hamstring curl or even a glute bridge. And you would do that by placing your feet in the stirrups here. Now moving on to a position higher, it's going to be the mid-length. So about halfway. The mid-length would be the pull tab, halfway between here and here. As you can see here, the strap. You can move this pull tab. The next position is going to be fully shortened, which is pull tab will be all the way up here. But for the mid-shortened or mid-length, we're going to pull it up to here. As you can see here, depending on the person, depending on the height, it really depends on where these handles are going to be positioned in regards to your body. But this one is going to be great for an assisted squat. You would place your hands in here, sit back, and use the TRX suspension system to actually help you, guide you through a squat. These are great for people that may not be able to do a squat by themselves. Now moving up to the next position, this is the fully shortened. And these are great for something like a row. You can just step back and start rowing. It's body weight row with the TRX. As you can see here, these come up to about mid-thigh, but depending on your height, like I said, they will be different. Now this is the confusing part, but it is very useful. If you've surpassed all the limits and you can think you want to challenge yourself, you can go to the over-short position where you pull on this outside part of the strap, the black part of the strap on the outside, facing outside, to fully shorten it, over-shorten it, to the point where you get this bunny ear. And you get it on both sides, as you can see here. So, I don't mean to impress you, but this is when you can do inverted rows like this. This is the hardest portion of any TRX system you could use, so use it sparingly, but as I just showed you, that was an inverted row. Now that we've covered how to lengthen the TRX system and shorten the TRX system, I'm now going to demonstrate how to do a TRX push-up. Now let me say that we're not going to go into too much detail on how to do a push-up because we've covered that in our previous push-up technique video. But as you can see here, we have the fully lengthened position in the TRX system. And in order to do a TRX push-up, you're going to walk out, place your hands in the straps, and typically for any beginner, for any beginning TRX push-up, you're going to start at a 45-degree angle with your body in the ground, as you can see here. Now, as we covered in our push-up technique video, usually we have our elbows slightly tucked in, but when it comes to TRX push-ups, it kind of becomes a problem. Because when you go down, as you can see on my left elbow here, the TRX strap starts to rub against my elbow and causes irritation. So the small modification for this exercise is we're going to bring our elbow slightly out, more at a 90-degree angle with our armpit. And as you can see now that I made the small adjustment, it's not rubbing against my arms. As you can see, it's not rubbing against my arms. Now if you want to make this easier, you can stand up a little bit more. You're not fighting with as much gravity. And so as you can see, slightly easier for me. If you want to be a total rock star and outwork all the PT heroes at Rec Sports, you can go all the way down. Might as well be doing a regular push-up, but it doesn't matter. There's more stabilization efforts here. And this is how it ends up being harder. So today we covered the TRX suspension system, the fundamentals of what it is, what exactly the components are, from the equalizer loop down to the handles and the stirrups for your feet. We also covered the different links, all the way from the fully lengthened position here, all the way up to the overly shortened position at the very top with the bunny ears. We also covered the TRX Push Up with the fully lengthened position. Now, if you ever see, well, myself or any of the personal trainers, we'd love to help you or guide you in any of these TRX suspension system exercises. But I will let you know we do have these TRX suspension systems outside in the weight room along the pull-up bars. I will warn you though, they're harder to spot because they're not black and yellow, they're actually black and green, more of a military green. But like I said, go and try those out. If you have any questions for us, come and ask us. And thanks for checking in with our weekly exercise technique series. I'm Jake Walzell. Thanks and giggle.